They go hard and they go fast. He's going to weave his way all the way low to low and deliver. Welcome to Starfire Sports Complex for the 2026 High School Girls Lacrosse Championship. And it's a rainy night in Seattle, but we should have a great one for you tonight. Scott Oshman joined by the great Emily Durbin, Coach Durbin, the queen of the one-liners. And we'll meet our third member of our team, Megan Arms, down on the field tonight. And let me tell you, Mercer Island, this is their third consecutive year in the state title game. They lost a heartbreaker last year to Seattle Prep. And then you got Eastside Catholic, the Crusaders. They won back-to-back in 16. In 17, they had a win in Division II in 2010. Durbin, every team, both teams working for their fourth state title tonight.
Oh, man, Scott, this is going to be a great one. We've got a heavyweight fight between the offenses here. We've got huge players in this game. We've got an absolutely incredible draw control to watch all night long. I think we're going to have a really high-scoring game. However, we're going to be socked in tonight. We got a lot of rain on this field. Is it going to matter? Not sure right now, but let's see how that plays out.
And let's talk about the offensive powerhouses of both these teams. They average just under 15 goals a game. Each side has power, depth everywhere. You're looking right now at the Mercer Island Islanders and all maroon colored there. But let's start with Mercer Island. Who are the big hitters over there?
Oh, we've got some huge Mercer Island big hitters. We've got number one, Camilla Manfredo. She's got 46 goals on 53 shots this season. She's got an 86% success rate in her shooting percentage. If she's going to take the rock to the bucket, it's going to go in most of the time. You got to watch that. She's paired also with Lulu Carr. Lulu is the centerpiece of this offense. She's got 75 goals and 16 assists. This is going to be a very potent offense to work with. We're
going to take a quick break. We'll talk about Eastside Catholic and the Crusaders, their powerhouse. We're going to pause here for the national anthem here on the 2026 Girls High School Lacrosse State Championship game. You just highlighted Mercer Island. They got all kinds of firepower there. And in goal, Marley Way with a great story there, the junior goalkeeper there. But on Eastside Catholic and Alex Foreman, Colette Foreman, it's the Foreman family business. Aaron Hamilton, their assistant there. And it kind of all starts with number 34 in the white, Molly Hamilton. 52 goals, 18 assists. Unbelievable. Who else do they have to watch out? They got more firepower as they're come into here undefeated.
Absolutely. So let's talk about the engine of the offense. We got Molly Hamilton. She averages 5 points per game. That's goals and assists per game. That's absolutely critical when you've got a team that's when you've got two teams averaging 14 points a game. That's essentially 1/3 of your offense right there.
And let's go down to Megan. Megan, what's the feeling down as the rain just started? It was dry there pregame. It's been off and on.
I mean, everyone went through their pregame routine. I mean, Eastside had like lots of jumping going on. but Mercer was like dialed in, focused. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out after the first whistle.
Megan, you have coached in these state title games down in California. What are the coaches feeling in this moment?
Oh, I mean, you feel so out of control. At this point, you've prepped your team to the best of your ability, and now you have to watch from the sideline as they put it together. So there's like, if you like control, which I think a lot of these coaches do, this is why we do it, all of a sudden you kind of have to like let go and believe in the team.
Here we go, the draw. Megan Walters in white, number 26, and Kara Kang, this freshman for Mercer Island, and we're off and running.
This is a great start to the game. We're going to see a lot of draw controls tonight. This is two high-scoring teams. Draws are going to be gold tonight.
Yes.
If you can get them and have the possession, I think that's going to translate into more. Well, obviously, it's going to translate into more time offensively with the ball, but it could be a win or break situation.
And 34 in white, Molly Hamilton, she came up with that draw control, and she is all over the stat sheet everywhere as Eastside Catholic kind of sits in. Now, they don't settle. Good pass inside the 8-meter. It's picked up by Eastside Catholic on the far side by Leighton Wagner, who also is just kind of there everywhere around the ball, a ball hawk, as they get it back out front. Just the opening minutes here of the state championship game.
Yeah, Molly Hamilton has 78 draw controls on this season, and she's really helping Eastside Catholic control the ball and get them to the state championship game tonight.
Mercer Island in that zone, that coveted zone defense here. You'll see that as Hamilton drives, and there's our first whistle. Our officials tonight, that's Maggie O'Sullivan, the head official, Joe Budnick, Claylee Fielding, and then Caitlin Thompson at the table. And here's the first shooting space. Violation. Hamilton will get it back.
Completely efficient defense. That's one of Lindsay Gillis' specialists here. I think she's going to have a couple little things up her sleeve. She knows this team. She's played with a lot of the girls before. She's taught a lot of these girls, and I think she's going to be able to key in on the type of offense that here Eastside Catholic runs.
Hamilton gets it back out. They've got all kinds of long-range power. They can drive. They can do a lot. Undefeated this year. Mercer Island just one loss, and it was to this Eastside Catholic team early in March, 11-9. And talking to both coaches, it was a heck of a game, so hopefully we have that again tonight.
Yeah, both coaches they both said, wow, what a game when they were talking about it. We asked them if anything was going to change tonight, having played themselves earlier this season, and each coach said, no, we're sticking to our game plan.
Back out to Hamilton. Now she cuts inside. Sjogren shoots. It's off the pipe and goes wide. And it's going to stay Crusader ball. Here comes Faith Jacobs. She also 14 goals, 9 assists on the season. And a good cut there, Emily.
Absolutely. What a wonderful shot to take, your first shot on goal in the state championship game. What a hack!
Sjogren takes the trail check down. Ball still down. And it's still up for grabs, and Hamilton comes up with it, and they'll keep possession with 9:06 left to go here in the first quarter. Driving now, Jacobs shoots and scores!
She curled up on that. Holy moly, great take. Way to spread the defense out and take advantage of this. Eastside Catholic is going to want to run and gun all night. I'm real surprised that they got so settled down here, but the moment that there was an opportunity to go fast, they took it. Here we go. We've got this up from the top. We've got a nice pass round.
And there's Faith. She pulls back around.
Excellent double team on that Mercer Island defense. Again, another double team. Pass goes a little bit through. Right here's where they break it down. They just are able to find the seam.
And you'll see 25 in white.
Yep. She's going to cut through, and here we go back to the game.
We'll go back. Draw control now to Mercer Island, and they'll start with their settled as the rain just coming down. Again, these kids obviously very familiar with playing in pouring rain in Western Washington. That's not a problem.
Not a problem at all. Look at everybody in their shorts and skirts out here.
Carr in 8, 15, Camilla Manfredo, number 15, leads the team. This is their junior year. They've done nothing but play in state championships. Kang comes up with it on the far side. And there's Carr. How about that, Emily? Freshman year, state title. Sophomore year, they're in the state championship. They've won one, they've lost one. There's a shot and a save by the great goalie, Natalie Stevens, the junior goalkeeper, with a 52% save rate.
Yeah, I think we're going to come down to, we've got two potent offensive teams here. I think it's going to come down to just these few defensive stops. Who can make these stops in a way that gives their offense just that edge to take advantage? We've got great Mercer Island midfield defense here. Lindsay Gillis said she wanted to put the pressure on this transition team. That's
Pellegrini in 12 white. She gets it off to Faith Jacobs, and here comes Eastside Catholic up 1-0. They go quickly to it, a quick stick in by Hamilton. And that's what they do.
Holy moly. She didn't just rent the space there. She owned it. She was in the middle of that. She saw the play develop. Defense got beat just for a second. That's what Eastside Catholic is going to do tonight. That's the key to their game. They need that run and gun. They need to punish the time and the tempo.
Let's get out of Megan. What are you seeing in that Mercer Island defense? Some holes.
I mean, in the very beginning, right, like Mercer Island kept Eastside from getting into the middle for about 4 minutes, but now Eastside seems to have found the groove, so we'll see how Mercer tightens up their defense here.
Another critical, thank you, Megan, another critical draw control, and there's a procedure call, and it's going to go Mercer Island's way. Kang has it here, and that's Camilla Manfredo. What a special player she has been. 46 goals this year, 82 draw controls. She can do it all.
She can do it all. She's got the patience and the poise to sit back, play her game, let the ball come to her, and then when she gets that ball, she's going to make the most of it.
Draw controls on the season per game average. Eastside Catholic has about 1.5 more draw controls than Mercer. Here comes the yellow flag in, and that's Annabelle Morton for the shot. It goes wide. It'll stay Islander ball.
Skipped it off like a stone on a lake there, just off the top, skimmed it. What you'll notice with Eastside Catholic's defense is that they are playing a man-to-man defense. We haven't seen that in the state championship in a little bit of time now. It has been traditionally a zone with a backer, but here they are playing face-up.
Carr tries to find an angle there. She thinks about getting it inside. Now Carr takes it herself. Is it saved? No, it gets by her, and it's just in there. That is a goal, Lulu Carr.
Holy moly. Carr's got the keys to the Jeep. Let's keep that rolling, she says. We need a goal. Let's get that first one in.
It's a 2-1. That's a big goal here just to stop the momentum. And Lulu Carr, she got it. Actually, Stevens had a save, as you see there.
Yeah.
It just kind of, she looked down, it just crosses the line.
Just a slow poke roll right past the line. That's too bad for Eastside Catholic, but fantastic hard shooting for Mercer Island.
Again, don't look down as Eastside Catholic comes up with a draw control. Here's Hamilton. And she decides to pull it back, and they'll settle. Not for long, though.
Great job. You'll notice Eastside Catholic, each time they've gotten it, every player's pretty much tested whether they can go to the ball or go to the goal or not. And then when they realize, nope, we got a double team shutdown, they pass it right off and get the offense going.
Sjogren, 7 in white, takes it, now gets a small pick, comes around, and they flash to the middle. Hamilton once again, and there's a slow flag up there, and it's going to be a push call. Joe Budnick going to make the call. It'll
push foul, Hamilton on the 12.
Put Molly on the 12-meter, mostly indirect. That's the fan. We'll try to explain some of the rules here as we go along. Faith now 25 has it over here. Hamilton driving hard, gets through, shoots. It goes wide right.
Dodged and just didn't get it in there.
Jacobs now comes back around. She sees triple maroon players. Talking to Alex Foreman, the head coach, said, hey, you got anything up your sleeve tonight? Gonna do something different? She said, no. Here's a flying. It just goes high. That's Walters there. Regan Walters, 55 goals on the season. That one just flew out of her stick.
Ooh, climbed faster than inflation on that little shot there. Holy moly. Didn't see that coming. I thought that was going right in.
Walters has a flamethrower. We'll see if she gets a free position. She's got that sidewinder. That is so fun. Quick stick, shoot, and score. Again, Faith Jacobs, the junior, her second tonight.
Holy moly. That was cleaner than a whiteboard in August. You got no play. She's sitting in the middle there just waiting for it. Drops off that defender, boom. And
Justine Kim, give her credit for the dish, the sophomore, and I'm not sure what if Megan Arms, I don't know if we're going to make any adjustments defensively. There just seems like there's getting a lot of EC players open in the middle of the 8.
Yeah, we just saw – go ahead, Megan.
Go ahead, Megan.
Yeah, I'm still not seeing the adjustments, but, I mean, you got to give it to Eastside. They're chasing their shots. They're continuing their attack, and they're finding every single slot that Mercer is allowing. So there's got to be some type of adjustment. I don't know if Lindsay's going to try to change up the defense that she's running or if they're just going to try to see if they get into a groove here.
Here comes Walters. You can hear the raindrops on Megan undercover out there. Faith Jacobs in. Go ahead, Em.
Yeah, they got to slow down Eastside Catholic. They got to – ooh.
Walters loses it. Good trail checker in there, and then it goes in the stick of Marley Way, the junior. And what a story. A soccer player, phenom soccer player, plays at Mercer Island. As Mercer Island brings it down here, that's Megan Kemmeltz trying to get it through the ride. Tough ride there. She gets it off to B. Zerwoski.
Both teams doing a great job defending through the midfield. I haven't seen a championship game where that ball is slowed down so much in the middle circle.
And the rain and the wetness there and the crosses on the sticks, sometimes that causes a little bit of control issues.
It can. As those strings get a little bit wet, they play just a little bit different. You want to make sure that ball's coming in and out the way you want it to. Let's see how this plays out for him.
Annabelle Morton fires it, saved by Stevens. The rebound still up for grabs.
Fantastic stick check, going from offense to defense, back to offense.
Molly Janes comes up with it, but she fights off 2 Eastside Catholic defenders, and here's Manfredo with it. Top of the key. Manfredo drives left, shoots, and scores!
Dang, she was hungry like the wolf. Coming through on that. She wants to get this game tighter and tighter. She wants to take it ahead. Give it to your best player. Let her do it all night, Scott.
You guys, it's just we're 2:42 left in the first. As you see, Manfredo, that lefty, that southpaw move, she's been doing it since she was a freshman, Emily.
Absolutely. The ability for her to use her right hand and her left hand has allowed her to succeed in this league and be one of the top players. She can take you right. She can take you left. However you play her, she's going to try to take it over.
Here's the draw one more time. Megan Arms down in the field. Where's the defense, Megan?
I mean, here's the thing. Sometimes defense does their job, and attack just knows where to find it. I mean, like you said, Manfredo with the lefty, her shots are killer. And I think we're all kind of waiting to see Annabelle get that shot as well.
Yeah, Manfredo committed to Elon, assistant coach. Katie Brodsky, who had a state title for Seattle Prep. Here comes Eastside Catholic. Walters, Reagan loses it, and it's picked up. Great job by Megan Kemmeltz.
Huge defensive stop right now. This might be a momentum changer depending on how Mercer Island executes on this side of the field.
Little bump there for Carr, and that's the restart rule, which is great. No more stops in the midfield as Manfredo with it now, and the rain really coming down. Megan, you're glad you kept that rain gear on. You were talking about how you were overdressed.
Hey, when you're from Southern California, you have to get all the new gear. Oh, there we go.
Carr!
Tied game.
Fires one, and it's tied up.
They're bringing it in just like tied shoelaces here. We got the right side. We got the left side. One goes before the other. They dip dodge, and here we are. knuckles locked right now. 3 minutes, 3-3 with a minute and a half on the scoreboard or on the clock.
Get ready. Both these teams, like I said, average under 15, around 15 goals. The game that they played in March, Mercer Island gave up 11 goals. They only gave up one other time. 11 goals is the most to North Shore, who was in the semifinals and lost to Mercer Island. So we'll see if we get any defense. Draw controls are critical, and here's Molly Hamilton one more time. And you can see the pace. Alex Foreman, she scored that first win, that Division II. She was on Eastside Catholic team. She scored 9 goals in 2010 for that state title. Went on to play at USC. Big
Huge.
deflection there. Good defense
Huge defensive
by
stop.
Sadie Kim.
This is what Mercer Island needs to do. They need to slow down Eastside Catholic's tempo. Eastside Catholic wants to run, gun, run, gun, run, gun. If you can keep them steady and then make those good defensive stops, we could see that be the change in the game here.
Shot and score! Just like that. Justin Kim, the sophomore. Justine Kim, rather, with a score, 15 goals on the year, 19 assists, and they're up by 1 once again. She kind of just was slow. Yeah, she snuck in there.
Absolutely fantastic. What I love about these state championship games is we get a full team picture. Each team has a full roster of players. You've got your stars, but they've got the other players behind to back up and to step up when those stars are getting face guarded or getting stopped right in there. We've got that right here. Way to go.
Eastside Catholic, you know, they're looking for their 4th. They're 3-0 in state title games, Emily.
That's worth mentioning, Scott.
And the Foremans, talking to, again, Alex and Colette. Colette was not the head coach when they won it in 16. They had Brittany Pust in there, and then she took over in 17 and won it. That was the first year we played it here in Starfire. And then Alex was an assistant on that team and then took over the team. And here's a big draw control, and there's Camila Manfredo. They call her Coco. Manfredo has an alley. She gets in, the ball's down. There's a foul called across the sphere, and she'll set up at the 8-meter.
Changing it up just a little bit for Mercer Island, going and attacking early. Usually they're very metered. I actually like this fast play. I think this is what they need to do to switch up the pace of the game and to get it more into their pocket and what they like.
Manfredo absolutely dialed, checks it out. Oh, she comes back, doesn't go, throws it inside traffic. It's down. 50-50 ball, and there's a whistle. Not sure if there's an empty check, Megan. Maybe you saw it, but typically sometimes that's the case. It's going to stay in Lulu Carr's stick.
Yeah, that's a huge come up for Mercer Island on this. I mean, they need to, I mean, I guess the clock's not working, but they need to capitalize on this to go into halftime at least tied. Yeah,
the clock is taken at the table, under 1 minute to go. It's taken at the table.
Holy cow.
And there's Kincaid.
Fantastic drive, fantastic defense. Man.
That's Sophia Kincaid.
Top shelf lacrosse right there.
Kang gets it back in, and it's picked off. Tough pass, but great job there by Walters. And Reagan flies down the field. Flips it off. Justine gets it. Back in, tried a quick stick. The rebound is Eastside Catholic, and it's back up to Faith Jacobs.
I've been pretty impressed with Eastside Catholic's setup offensively. If they're passing to a player and they miss, oh, there it is.
There's a jumper. An absolute jumper dialed in. Molly Hamilton with her second tonight to bring him up, too.
Man, Hamilton, so good. Like we said, she's the engine of the offense here. She averages, once again, like we said in the pregame, 5 points per game. That's goals and assists. That's huge in a game right now that's 3-5.
And I don't know if Megan can, she's trying to stay covered. She can check with the table to see what our time is here. Again, the official time is kept on the field at the table, and that looks like that is going to do it for 1 quarter of play. If you're not excited about girls high school championship lacrosse, I don't know what. We're going to take a quick breath, and we'll be back with the second quarter right after this. 9:06 left to go. Scott Oshman, Emily Durbin, and Megan Arms with you from Starfire. And what a first quarter, just a blur. Megan Arms, again, you've coached in state title games. You've done this. I mean, how do you stop the unbelievable Molly Hamilton? Absolutely died. It was like a basketball player just fighting through traffic and getting to the rim. How do you stop it?
Defenders always get the brunt end of the stick on this, but it so much comes down to your footwork and is your help slide there. I mean, in a zone defense, you have to find those gaps, and a lot of it comes off of passing, but it's really impressive to see this 1v1 success out of Eastside, especially against a dominant defense like Mercer. So not that the footwork isn't there, but there's got to be a little bit more grit in order to stop those shots.
Walters and Kang at the draw circle, and the height of Walters comes up one more time and gets the draw control. Kara Kang, the freshman, been fantastic this year on draws.
Yeah, just picking the stars right out of the sky right there.
So here comes Eastside Catholic, up 2 goals, trying to put more on it. And like we talked about, the Alex Foreman said, we're just going to do what we do. We're not changing a thing.
Yeah, we talked to her pregame and asked, you've already played this team. It was a nail-biter the first time. What's going to change for this game? And she looked us square in the eye and said, nothing. We're playing the same game. We have the same things to go.
The senior midi, Reagan Walters, they're face guarding her. They're going to try and take her out of it. And Molly Hamilton's made them pay along with Faith Jacobs and Justine Kim. And there's Walters with a nice pass inside. Sjogren finds the top shelf.
Man, putting it where they hide the snacks up top there, Scott. That's awesome. Sjogren's one of the best and most complete players that you're going to see out on the lacrosse championship, lacrosse today. Look at her dive in, go down, up, under, and putting it up top.
Splits 2 defenders and puts it in.
Sjogren's a player that contributes everywhere. She's got 43 goals. She's got 52 ground balls, 29 caused turnovers, and 86 draw controls. She's across the board one of the strongest players that we'll see come out of this state.
29 caused turnovers. She's headed to Youngstown. She has been terrific, the junior, as back at the draw here. Now Mercer Island with some urgency, still way early, and they do come up with a draw control, a pivotal one. Here comes Manfredo. She gets it to Kincaid. Kincaid deep in the 8 in traffic, getting hammered. And there's the slow flag, and there's the foul. Joe Budnick. She'll head to the 8 for Sophia Kincaid, who has 19 goals coming in, the commit to Ithaca.
Yeah, we've got a stick in the sphere here. Center shot. This is going to be a great match down here.
Stevens. And she gets defended and taken up, but she'll get back. Will Sophia Kincaid.
I'm going to say good defense because they stopped the shot. Unfortunately, they're giving her another go at it. Let's see if we can get a stick to ball for a stop shot, or let's see if she can get it off and rifle one in there and make this game a little closer.
She had a goal Tuesday night in prep. Now she hands it off, gets it to Manfredo, back
fantastic.
over to Lulu. And Carr will reset.
Great passing there. Way to see your teammates that are open and going.
Carr tries a bouncer. She gets the stick in the grill, and she'll head to the 8-meter.
Just a bit outside on that one.
Just the bouncer. And Stevens is tough. Natalie Stevens, the junior goalie here for the Crusaders. 52% save rate on 152 shots on goal. Let's see. Lulu fires it in, and it gets by. Just a goal for Lulu Carr to bring him in to 2.
Bye-bye, Miss American Pie. That was straight home, right down the center. Fantastic shot. She wasted no time, just rifled it out there.
4 in the semi-final win for Lulu Carr over North Shore. She had 9 against Bellevue, 75 goals. Unbelievable. Lulu Carr, just a junior.
Man, you can hear the Mercer Island crowd getting fired up about that.
Under 9:30 to go here in the first half. A high-flying, fastest game on 2 feet. Keeps with Mercer Island. Kara Kang stays, and she'll stop the clock here. She has to reset Walters and Kang here at the draw circle. Both teams getting shots, and still some procedure call, and it's going to go Mercer Island. Quickly in Carr's cross. The far side to Manfredo now. They'll spin it around. Lindsay, this is her 10th year at Mercer Island. She's been to the state championship game 6 times.
She's quite familiar with this game. She was pretty calm when we talked to her today, but also a nervous wreck at the same time, if you can be.
You can tell the jitters. Annabelle Morton fires it in, and it's bounced off. A good save by Stevens, and it goes all the way out to the restraining line. And it's going to go Mercer Island ball, but he's going to reset it there near where the foul was happening. And you have to have 4 players behind the restraining line. As Manfredo now takes it on the right-hand side. Morton been so good, the sophomore, 6 goals 3 times this year in games, 54 on the season. Morton flies in, gets the yellow flag, and will stop play, and I think she might head to the 8.
Yeah, another stick to the sphere call, which is when the defender stick gets too close to the head of the offending player. Defender sticks need to stay perfectly straight up and down. They can't cross into the body at all.
Annabelle stops. It's stopped by Stevens, and right back to her. A good save there by Natalie Stevens.
Ooh, that was a great one. She closed the door. She double locked it. She's got it in her pocket right now. Let's see if they can transition up.
And she can stay in that crease for 10 seconds, then she's got to get out of there. As she's kind of hanging out. Now she gets out, and she becomes a player.
This is great midfield defense that Mercer Island's putting on. They haven't been able to clear it yet as we're watching, and they're on them tight here.
They've had some unbelievable goalies over the years for Eastside Catholic. They had, for their other championships, Court Houston. They had Sarah Williams, who went on to play at Regis, and now they have Stevens. She finally gets it off to Hamilton. Winning back-to-back state titles in 16 and 17. Faith Jacobs coming down, gets it to Walters. And there's Sjogren here to set up the settled offense. You do feel like you're watching a basketball game with these two teams. They are flying up and down.
Pretty darn fun to watch. Fastest game on 2 feet right here.
Molly looks inside. Sjogren. She goes low and she goes in. Oh, the little burner gets by way.
I love it. I love it. I love it. She's got a low shot, but super high quality on that. That's just absolutely incredible. She gets that pass and dives down and just knows she's going to the bucket.
Megan Arms down there on the sideline. It's just, again, when you get her so deep next to the goal, it's just like, again, basketball. You just back her down in the paint. You get close. It's tough to defend, isn't it?
Yeah, as a defender, I mean, you've done everything that you can, and it's really hard when those shots go in. It's hard on your goalie. But as a team right now, Mercer's going to have to rally and not let this, only 3-goal deficit get to them. They've got to keep shooting, keep going to the hoop. I mean, if we're going to keep using basketball references, we got to keep going to the hoop, and not worry so much about the score. There's so much time left, and it only takes, I'm going to say this, 7 seconds to score in a lacrosse game. So it's like, however many times that they need to keep going to the hoop, they're going to start going in.
Well, we were talking about in the women's Division I Final Four now set up. That game, you saw that exact 7 seconds in the St. John's win over Stony Brook.
Holy moly.
Here's Carr, and that's our first shooting space. So Emily Durbin, Coach Durbs, a shooting space. What is that in girls and women's lacrosse?
Sure. Shooting space is kind of a safety rule. Ooh!
Oh, and Lulu puts it through.
Defenders cannot be in the shooting lane, and look at that. That's the reason why. That was on fire shot. Holy cow.
Her 4th goal of this game of the 5. What other coming from Camila Manfredo as you see it one more time?
Man, coming from low, flashed high real quick, and then just dumped it down at the feet. That's a real groundhog right there.
We're having a hard time just explaining the rules of the game.
So your shooting space, defenders cannot be in the shooting lane. Again, it's a safety thing. We want to make sure everyone's okay. If a defense is in the shooting lane, the referees are going to stop the ball and give us shooting space.
Yeah, Hamilton gets it, then loses it, then gets it back. And here comes the Crusaders up 2. 5 minutes or so left here in the second quarter. What an absolute barn burner. Faith Jacobs on the far corner, purveying the field. Leighton Wagner, 13. He had it for a second. I mean, she's not shy. 37 goals. They are deep. And Alex Foreman talked about that, Emily, how deep they are.
Yeah, she's also had 11 ground balls, and I think it's several draw controls.
Sjogren now up top. No shot clock in high school girls lacrosse. And from back of the cage, they pull it up. Now Sjogren back out. Not a lot of cutting here in this offensive set. Walters. There's Sjogren comes in. The pass is off, and Marley goes out to try to scoop it up. And she doesn't get it. She's got to get back in the cage.
Wow. Dicey defense having that goalie leave. She got back just in time. Way to go with this defense. Again, Lindsay's team's playing kind of a zone, kind of a tall backer. Oh!
Walters gets hers. The dish right on the top of the 8, and she puts it in.
Man. What a fantastic shot. Eastside Catholic surprising me tonight. They're having a little bit more patience than they've needed to have in other games, and they're responding to it very well. They're finding those moments, coming through, rolling up.
Trying to see who the assist was from on that. But that's her first goal tonight. Walters, she's not used to not scoring. 55 goals in. We've talked about it all night. She had 6 in the semifinal game in their win against Seattle Prep. They won that 12-5. And here's a big draw control for the Islanders.
Huge draw control.
Powering down Lulu Carr, and there's going to get a shooting space violation, I believe.
Mercer Island's done a good job of having that dump-off player. They're trying to drive it in, and they've got that immediate dump-off player, and the defense just has to be fast to respond.
Woo! Make it 5 goals for Lulu Carr.
That's pretty damn fantastic.
She's got the hot hand. And believe me, you want to talk about experience with Manfredo and Carr. They have been here year after year, and look at that. No way to stop it And they bring it within 2.
Look at the power in that shot. No hesitation at all. Strong go. She knew exactly what she was doing. She's going low on this goalie tonight. I think it's a good play given all the rain that's happening. We can get some different types of shots off this wet grass.
Mercer staying with the same draw control. Karakang and Walters. This one's up, and Sjogren cups up off the bounce. And she'll take a look and go back behind. Justine's got it, 14 in white. And a tough pass, good defense there, but she gets it to Hamilton, and they'll get it around to the top. Yeah, the numbers are staggering. They're shooting 64% plus is Eastside Catholic on the year. So when they get it, they're putting it down. 32% only are assisted. So, again, you've seen that tonight. Actually, they've had a few assisted goals, almost more than their average from the season.
Yeah, I think that talks about the depth of their team. So it was interesting talking to the coaches of Eastside Catholic before the game. They mentioned that, their kids learned all of the things that they wanted to teach by the midseason. They weren't teaching them anything new at the end here. They had got the good schematics.
Yeah, just Aaron Payas, but Eastside right there, and that's how it's going this first half. Yeah, she really wanted to focus on the mental toughness. Colette, the assistant, has been leading that program, started it in 2007. This one gets inside, and it's picked up still by Leighton Wagner, comes up with it, back around as we're getting 1:58 left to go here in the first half. Walters runs into a wall, and she'll pop it back out. Tough pass. He gets it, a good save by Way. And Marley Way comes up with her state championship save.
Holy moly. She acted like that was a beach ball on that save, just right there.
Yeah, we have a call. I don't know if, Megan, you could see that. I'm not sure what the call was. An empty check, perhaps.
Not sure if Marley came out and brought the ball back in. They didn't see the ref's motion of what that call was. I'm also a little perplexed.
Sometimes hard to see, but either way, Eastside comes up with it, and Hamilton drives in and sneaks it by one more time. Justine Kim, the sophomore, with her second state title goal added to the list here, and they put it up 9-6.
Creeping through the house, dropping it in the basement right there on that right side of the goalie. Great move. You could see it coming. Fantastic lacrosse to just get the pace of what their offense wants to do and find the defensive seams.
Justine Kim really knows how to play that low post. She does a great job of finding some space, getting her hands free, and then putting it in. Great precision there, bottom corner. Tough to stop for a goalie.
She does a great job posting up on that bottom spot.
5 different scores so far in this 9-6 contest here for Eastside Catholic. Another draw control, Manfredo. Under 1 to play, so the time again on the field, we're not sure. Manfredo thought she might take it coast to coast. She loses it, Sjogren, but she gets it back.
Sjogren's got several caused turnovers on the year.
Carr tries to find a space, and it's stopped by Stevens.
And this has turned into a great goalie game here tonight. Oh, we got another
trail check there. Mercer comes up with it. Delaney Wallace, the sophomore, in the middle of it. Now the ball's still down. Kang. And that is the quarter, and that is the half. Helter Skelter.
This is some great lacrosse playing there. A little wild at the end at that moment, but overall pretty good. That was some great defensive lacrosse that we've seen this whole first half.
The number 1 seed, Eastside Catholic, undefeated, 15-0 coming in tonight. In fact, guess what? When they won their big championship in 2016. They were 16-0, Emily.
How do you like them apples, Scott? How do you like them apples?
We will take a break here for the rain and the halftime here. You're watching the girls' high school lacrosse state championship on STSPN. We'll pause for a break, and we'll be back with more right after this. Driving now, Jacob shoots and scores! Catholic up 1-0. They go quickly to it, a quick stick in herself. Is it saved? No, it gets by her and it's just in there. It's in there. That is a goal, Lulu Carr.
Holy moly. Carr's got the keys to the Jeep.
Position, she's got that sidewinder. That is so fun. A quick stick, top of the key. Manfredo drives left, shoots and scores!
Hey, when you're from Southern California, you have to get all the new gear.
Oh, there we go. Those good defensive stops. We could see that be the change in the game here.
Shot and
Defensively, if they're passing to a player and they miss, oh, there it is.
there's a jump. Back here, second half action. Scott Oshman, Emily Durbin, Megan Arms, and a big draw control to start the second half. A quick halftime here. Lulu Carr, 8 and Maroon comes up with it as Sjogren's giving her everything she can handle as she gets down into the offensive zone.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see what adjustments both teams have made coming out of this. How is Mercer Island going to respond by being 3 goals down? They're still within this game. Like Megan said earlier, it only takes about 7 seconds to score a goal in this game.
Oh my goodness! Annabelle Morton with a turn and burn!
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Kicking that off right away to start this second half.
Oh my, her first goal of this game. And she was just back to the goal inside. Look at that. Oh, that's the other one. That's earlier. That's a replay from the first half, but good night.
That pretty darn good right there.
All of a sudden, just a 2-goal game. Here's another big-time draw control.
Let's see if Mercer Island can keep this swing going in their favor.
And they did. They get it to Carr. Can they bring it within 1? And they're staying with Kara Kang at the draw. Same thing with Walters for Eastside.
Here is this precision offense. They're going to really play it and take the smartest shot they can, the highest percentage shot that they have available at the moment.
They have a high percentage on their games. Kincaid now 1-1 up the top. And she's getting doubled. Gets out of it. Again, defenders, good job there.
Yeah, Mercer Island's got multiple players shooting above 60%. So very capable across the board.
Morton again back out. Compton for the defense, 21 in white, doing a great job up top defending Kincaid. And there's a foul, and that's in the sphere. That's going to put Annabelle Morton on the hash for an 8-meter free position.
It's a shooter's dream here, being just off center.
Flies it, it's off the pipe. The rebound by Carr. Carr rolls in, thinks about it, now gets the top to the Kincaid. Kincaid gets a shooting space call, and she'll head for a free position shot.
Wow, very exciting. Great shot. Unlucky that it hit the pipe. Fantastic rebound.
Stevens. She goes first step, and she gets a big stave. Rebound still on the ground. And Mercer Island should have it. Are they going to have it? Yes, they do have it. Sasha Kokoskin, the sophomore, comes up with a big ground ball. And it's going to stay, goes out of bounds. It's going to stay. Islander ball. Big ground ball there. Those are the little things, Emily.
Yeah, it's going to come down to those little teeny details that go a big, long way in this game. You know, Scott, I'm looking at this rain. I don't know how it's possible, but it's coming down harder now.
It is. Oh, but Megan Arms loves it. She loves the rain. She's a SoCal kid. Annabelle Morton with a sidewinder from 8 out. Come on.
Look at that. Just getting the fire here. They're turning it up. Mercer Island got that pep talk here at halftime. She takes it to the left, swings it in, and just deposits it in the bank.
What a shot, and we have a 1-goal game with 9 minutes to go here in the third. Draw controls for Mercer Island been critical here to start the second half. Ball's up. Manfredo and Sjogren fighting. Kang comes up with it. She gets the change. And now the defense is causing problems here.
Pretty good swarm they put on, but Mercer Island seems to have just escaped it.
And Morton has just got to feel like the cage looks like a million miles apart. She is just flame-throwing it as Manfredo takes it 15 in maroon. Morton, 2 quick goals here to start the third. Sjogren won her. Now she dumps it. Carr thinks.
Look at
Switches,
that defense.
reattacks, puts it in the corner, and we're tied!
Wow, she really took the breath out of that defense. They swelled up around her when they backed off. She came in and put the jar of honey on the counter.
Unbelievable. Her 6th goal tonight. Unbelievable.
This game's got more swings than a playground we got going here.
The queen of the one-liners.
Man, I love it. This is why we love this game.
Megan Arms down there. I hope you're enjoying the show.
I'm enjoying the show. I'm enjoying the commentary. I mean, this is what you want out of a championship game. I mean, I think that what Mercer was really needing was, and maybe it was what Annabelle needed too, was for Annabelle to get on the board and kind of be that spark plug. And we're seeing a different Mercer Island team in this first, few minutes of the third.
Carr comes up with another one. Talked to Lindsay Gillis, head coach for Mercer Island, before the game. In that first game in March, she said they outdrew us. We had a couple different players on the draw at that time, and we asked, said, "Hey, you worried tonight?" She said, "No, I like how we're matched up there." And it was an issue here in the first half, but right now, the second half, been all draw controls, all Islanders.
Yeah, Islanders are seeming more consistent with their entire season's play right here.
Morton fires one more time! 3 in a row for the sophomore Annabelle Morton.
Man, I got to order me some chicken nuggets next time she drives through that so fast. Holy cow.
And all of a sudden, for the
Wow.
first time,
Look at
Mercer
that.
Island takes a 1-goal lead, and there's a timeout on the field. We will step away. Do not go anywhere right here on STSPN.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
Back here, Megan Arms, we're back here with a timeout. We were just looking at draw controls. They were dead even the first half. It just didn't feel like that, Megan. It felt like EC had an advantage in the first half, obviously not here in the second.
Yeah, I mean, I think one thing that's changed is the first, 3 draws out of this quarter. I mean, Mercer has found their groove. That matchup that you're going to want to keep your eye on is number 7 and number 15. I mean, they're battling for it, so it's going to be back and forth, I think.
That's been Fredo for Mercer and Sjogren for Eastside Catholic as we hit the draw one more time. And Mercer with a 1-goal lead, and here comes Eastside Catholic. Walters coming hard. She loses it out of her stick, and Way reaches out and gets it. Now she's a player, and they finally call a foul on a stick. And they'll restart quickly, and Marley Way has the ball. And what a story for her. A phenomenal soccer player. They were looking for a goalie as she overthrows that one, but we have a whistle. I think it's going to go back. But Lindsay Gillis, they were looking for a goalie. She was, what was she, babysitting one of the friends of Lindsay's kids? She shows up at a party.
Yeah, Lindsay was hosting a birthday party for her little child there. And here she came, showed up and said, Coach Gillis, I think you just sent me an email.
I think Manfredo had known her. She'd played soccer. They said, hey, will you be interested in lacrosse? So she sent it. What a story and what a night. The turnover there for Eastside Catholic, though, critical as Marley Way tried to get it to one of her teammates. And here's EC with another shot here to tie it up. It's a game of runs. Here's Sjogren trying to keep it.
I think the weather's playing into this just a hair here this half as that ball is hitting the grass a little bit more than it did the first half.
Hamilton checks it, now comes off. Kim's been fantastic tonight. Jacobs started off with a couple for Eastside Catholic. Now here's Justine, looks and lows. It's cut off, is it? Did Walters get it through? She did! You gotta be kidding me!
Man, that's ice cold right now.
What I didn't even know she caught it, Emily.
Wow. Great cut through. She makes connection. Just absolutely phenomenal lacrosse.
Take a look.
Over the top catch, dumps it right there in the trash can.
Unbelievable. Her third goal tonight. Another little jump shot here to catch it. And the feeds have just been spectacular.
Oh, man. Fantastic. We're going to have to get the scoreboard operator player of the game at this pace.
10-10 ties it up. With 5:45 left to go here in the third quarter. And there's a whistle, a procedure call. And early entry into the circle. Clayley Fielding calling it. It's going to be EC. Their chance to go up one. Boy, this game in the high school here in the state of Washington has come so far. There's a long-range cross crease. It's picked off by Carr.
Oh, right
Carr
out of the
on
air.
the horse. Look at her go.
Going coast to coast, aware of who's coming up behind her, taking care of the ball all the way down. Fantastic defensive play there. Huge defensive stop. Let's see if this turns into any type of momentum shift.
Bessecker gets it off back over to Kang, and they'll flip the field here, but 10-10 tie, under 5 to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I love watching both of these teams take up the whole field. They just create so much space offensively. It's fantastic to watch, and it really puts the pressure on the defense to be in the way and in your spot. You can't get pulled out or you're going to get beat.
Back over
Look at that double cut.
Bessecker. Yeah, 19 in maroon has it.
Double cut to Siegel. Yep.
Carr, Annabelle Morton has been on fire. Carr with a bouncer stop by Stevens. Ball down inside the 8. Here comes Stevens out, and it's picked up by Carr.
Wow, pure goalie instinct right there.
Bessecker fights in, but she's checked, and the ball's down. It comes up EC into Hamilton's stick. A costly turnover inside the 8, but here's another one.
There's another turnover. Wow.
Molly Janes comes up with it.
Yeah. Look at this weather just influencing the game just a little bit to make it that much more exciting.
Both teams so even on goals scored, and also they both average 4.5 turnovers a game. They don't turn it over a lot. Obviously the weather probably contributing to that tonight. Here's Kincaid. Driving, goes left hand and gets a shooting space call. She'll head to the 8-meter for a free position.
Here we go, locked and loaded. Let's see what comes up here.
Stevens has been sturdy tonight inside the pipes. Back back of the net. Kincaid one step, an 8-meter fireball.
Nothing but nylon on that. From the stick to the goal. Look at this. She wound up. She's ready. Little skip, hop, step. Send it in. Take the lead. You can see the excitement on her face.
Megan Arms, that's a little Charlotte North-esque, is it?
Yes.
Oh, I love to see that from Sophia. We call her Chalk. I know she has bummed out a lot of volleyball and basketball coaches with her height, but it is so good to see her get that rip off that 8-meter.
Yeah. So quick out of the stick. I love seeing that as well.
Islanders now take that 1-goal lead again. Ball down, and there's a call. It's going to go Mercer's way. Here comes the Islanders. Manfredo been a little quiet here in the second half. That's okay. She's got teammates that have been putting it in. And here's Morton, who's been hot here in the second half. Back to Kincaid. This Islander offense just came alive, Emily Durbin.
Yeah, I definitely can toss a hat to Lindsay Gillis there. She identified what was not working for the first half, and it's really brought her girls back home.
Triple team. Morton gets it off Manfredo. Might have some room. An alley. She finds it. Creeps in. A good save by Stevens.
Wow, close the zipper on that.
Ball doesn't go out of bounds, and EC comes up with it. Paige Pellegrini, the senior, one of the unsung heroes, a team captain, the coaches were telling us before the game.
Yeah, coach said she's pretty much the anchor to the defense. She came up big right there. Huge stop. Team's down. Let's see if they can get it on offense here.
Here's Walters, 26 with it. She was hustling down. Boy, the fitness level, both these teams, incredible. Faith Jacobs sees what the defense is giving her, and now they'll pull it back out and around.
Really great to see this high level lacrosse again. They're keeping the field spread, but if you notice the defense and the offense, the sticks are always up. They're getting in the lanes. That's creating a little bit more chaos and setting up these different plays. Pretty neat to see. Constantly
Seeing if there's a cutter inside the 8 coming to the goal.
And off-ball movement for both teams has been really good tonight.
Back up for Hamilton.
Eastside Catholic's running some great triangles in their offense. If someone's going to pass it to someone, there's always a backup player in case that ball gets missed to clean it up. It's fantastic to watch.
And there's a slow whistle. That yellow flag going up means there's a foul on the play, and it'll send Hamilton to the 8-meter. Under 1 minute. The official clock once again being taken down on the field. Megan will try to maybe see if she can take a peek at that clock. Here's Hamilton. Can she tie it up? Just off Molly Way, makes a big save.
Incredible posty save.
Walters wants another crack at it. Hamilton back over. Now on the other side, Wagner, Layton. She can put it in. 30 seconds, is that what we're hearing, Megan?
That's what you're hearing. Yeah, I was just going to chime in.
Hamilton try to find some space.
Gillis's defense is really top-heavy here.
She gets in there. Does she get it through? Yes, she does.
She got it down to where the defense was open. They were a little bit weak on that backside there.
Her third tonight. That's just determination. Look at this.
Look at that. She sneaks all the way around from the top, which was heavy with the defense, came back in where they were offensively set up to take it in, and her players cleared out to give her the space.
Marley Way makes the right play. She comes out, but once you get that goalie out,
yeah,
can be dangerous.
Can be very dangerous.
How much time left now, Megan? Must be seconds.
They've got 12 seconds down here at the table.
All right, 12 seconds here is they set it to draw. They've been going with the same kids at the draw all night. No adjustments there. 12 seconds. Walters has it, loses it, still down. Carr comes up with it. She's got to take a shot. Not much time.
Not much time.
And there's a foul there, but no, it's play on. Some fans not happy, and that's going to do it. We're tied at 3 quarters of play, 11-11. We head to the fourth. What a game.
We've got the 2 best teams in the state giving it all they got tonight. You can't ask for a better lacrosse game than this.
And we'll just keep it right here. Emily Durbin, Megan Arms. I mean, you guys are the tacticians here. You've coached, you played. You have Redlands, the great Redlands school in common. What? It seems like both teams strategically, as we look at some replays here, is kind of settled in. There's Morton's just absolutely flamer coming through. But Emily, what both teams have settled in here a little bit.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a much better style of play from Mercer Island. They've found their home. Whatever changed at halftime, whatever was said, has really gotten into the hearts of the Mercer Island players. They've brought it back. And, you know, kudos to Eastside Catholic. They have not stopped at all. The moment they get it, they are driving it down. They're keeping this game close when it could have got away from them earlier.
Megan, anything from your coaching history, your experience, you're looking at this game going into the fourth quarter?
I mean, it's going to be about every possession, taking advantage of it, taking care of it, and making sure that, you know, if you're going to go to the hoop, it's got to go in at this point. And if you're on defense, the stops have to be there. The goalies have to come up with those saves. But I think that's where we're seeing the pace of the game just slow down a little bit because they're being wiser about the choices and when they're going to drive and if it is going to actually go to the hoop. So, I mean, I think this game is still going to be super fast, super back and forth, but at the same time, I think we're going to see a little bit more, you know, tactical play going on.
Looks like the rain has let up a little bit. It's more of a soaking rain, as we like to call it up here in the PNW.
Yeah, it's spongy out there.
It doesn't seem to affect them too much as far as their ability to control the ball, Megan. You seeing anything down there?
I mean, I think we saw a little bit right out of the third, just a little bit of bobbling here and there. I don't know if that's the jitters or the rain, but the ball doesn't move very fast on this turf when it's that wet. So you've seen a couple of the balls go kind of behind the cage, and it's a deep field. So the ball's not going out of bounds. The ball isn't skipping off of a bounce shot as much as it usually would. So while we've seen a lot of low shots be successful, they're going to really, you know, now that the field is absolutely drenched, we're hoping that it won't be a factor and that they'll just keep up their play. But I don't know if you guys can see it from up there, but when it was raining, any time that like someone received a pass or shot it at the cage, the water coming off the net, whether it's their stick or the goal, it's one of my favorite things when you play in the rain.
Yeah. 1 quarter left to go for the 2026 state championship. Lindsay Gillis looking for her 4th. She won in 2019, the very first for the Mercer Island program, and Alex Foreman trying to get the 4th state title for Eastside Catholic. First draw up, it's a low one, and Hamilton comes up with it.
That's a great blue collar ground ball draw control right there. A lot of work went into getting that. Important time of the game to get that draw coming into the 4th.
She's got 78 draw controls coming into tonight, one of the top in the state. Here's Hamilton with it one more time. Walters thinks about it, fakes it, goes in, gets point blank, and puts it through to take the lead.
We got a little shake and bake there.
That was a delivery to the doorstep, Emily.
I love it. She's going right to the crease with that. She knows she can take the lead. They've got the possession. Look at this. Shake and bake, up, down, boom.
Her second goal of this championship game. 5 goal scorers for Eastside Catholic. 3 for Mercer Island, and they go up 1 again. They retake the lead.
Yeah, draw controls. Mercer Island coming into the game with 204 total draw controls on the season. Eastside Catholic had 207 just within their 3 center players alone.
There's a lot of talk, again, these leagues from the Independent and the Snoqualmie, and it comes up Lulu Carr there, a big draw control for Carr. There's a lot of talk in the Squally League, the Mercer Island. They have a little, if you look at the level of play, the teams they had to play a little bit of harder league than the Independent. You can talk about that if you want. But you're seeing tonight why the coaches were so excited about that game in March, just what a good game it was, and you're kind of seeing it here as it's unfolding at the last game of the season as Carr has it up top.
Absolutely, you're seeing that. And, whether you had an easier team or an easier ride to get to the state championship or not, if you play the hard teams and won, you've got that on your back,
Carr! And there they go. Lulu Carr. She sees it, she wants it, she puts it in. Her 7th goal tonight.
Ooh, man, Lulu Lemon putting some sour faces on Eastside Catholic with that sweet one.
We're back tied 12-12 with 10:36 left to go. Unbelievable game.
This is so fun.
And the fans are fired up as well. The student sections are here in full. Mercer Island fans right below us. Eastside Catholic, it's a full house.
Split draws, split goals to start this fourth quarter. We've got the referee picking stuff up off the field here.
And I don't know what those look like, little balls. I know we can't get on your camera. Great job here tonight. Todd Elvig, our executive producer, 5-tool player. Josh on camera tonight. We've been lucky enough here at STSPN to do this championship game for many, many years. And Emily, you and I have had a chance to sit here and watch fireworks for all these years. And this one is as good as you can get.
This is a great one. They're giving me some gray hairs here. I'm so excited. I'm on the edge of my seat.
There was some debris getting on from the stand, so we had to stop play there. We're back at action. Oh, my God. Megan, has the rain actually subsided?
It has subsided for 10 minutes left, a little over 10 minutes.
Ooh, a low draw. It usually has to go above, and they're going to redraw that. Joe Budnick going to reset it. I know you're unhappy that you love the rain so much, Megan. I'm sorry that it stopped.
That's okay. It was a little distracting, but I'm feeling, you guys are talking about being stressed. I feel like I needed to wear my night guard today or bring my own mouth guard for this stress I'm feeling down here.
Pick in the pocket.
Yes, a big check, and it's going to go back into Hamilton's stick, and Eastside Catholic with a big one here, trying to go up one.
Little pokey little puppy on that stick check there.
They tried to, this beginning of the game, they face guarded Walters, who was 26 and white with the ball, and then they kind of pulled that from the strategy. We've got a whistle here. Not sure what's going on here, Megan. I don't know if you can.
Do we have a card?
Let's see. We haven't had. There is a yellow card now. We're seeing on the far side.
Is it being?
And who is? What's going on, Megan?
Mercer Island has a yellow card because of the fans.
Oh, the fans. My goodness. Megan, are you hearing anything down there?
Frustration for sure. The fans are fired up, and it's exciting that they filled the stands, but they've got to behave themselves. I mean, this is a huge, huge loss. Now they've got one of their best defenders coming off. I mean, this is not the time for the fans to screw it up.
Yeah, the senior Lucy Tiscornia has to come off for 2 minutes, so we are player up. This is critical here with 10-12 left to go.
Wow.
I'll say I am a little shocked that they went for a straight yellow, not a green card, as a warning, but, that's ref's discretion.
Wow.
A pivotal moment here in this game. Let's see how Mercer Island handles it. Eastside Catholic has to be excited. Walters with it. She drives in. She dishes it to Sjogren. Sjogren loses it. It's picked up by Carr.
Oh, that slipped out of there at an unfortunate time. Let's see what Mercer Island can do with it here. Are they going to go for it? Are they going to hold it?
Let's see if they try to kill the penalty. And she gets a little push there, and she'll start. Madison Mueller, the freshman.
Very heads-up play there. Very tempting to throw that ball and give a pass on that transition to go up. But you know what? You got 2 minutes and you're a player down. Very smart lacrosse right there.
Now there's some communication between the officials. Very experienced. Megan, Maggie O'Sullivan and Joe Bugnick, they have done many, many state championship games. We'll see here, and Claylee Fielding chiming in. And what are we going to do? Is this a turn of possession? What happened there, Megan? Anybody know?
I don't know. The sideline referee is communicating with the refs on the field, but we're not getting any information. Let me see if I can find something out.
Sjogren, meanwhile, has it. So Eastside Catholic here, player up, has another shot to take the lead. And this big penalty is caused by, I believe, the student section of Mercer Island. That's speculative. So.
And that last turnover for Mercer, I guess we still blame the student section, but basically Mercer was offsides, so they needed to have the 4 back, and they didn't.
Got it.
Which, on this one I'm going to blame the fans. Sorry.
Well, and that's typical. When you do a player up, sometimes it's hard. You have to have 4 players behind the restraining. Walters here to set with an 8-meter. Watch out. She sidewinds, and she takes the lead. That is her patented 8-meter shot.
Absolutely incredible. We're going to get the replay on this in a second. She just fires that in there.
And that's what she does. She goes low to high. Watch it one more time.
Boom. Right through there.
On her spot. So Eastside Catholic, great job. They take advantage of the penalty. Still a player up.
Wow.
I'm not sure, Megan, maybe you can check to see. We're asking a lot of you over there at the table, but it's interesting to see how much time left on that penalty as we sit here with the draw. Big draw. Still up for grabs.
We got less than a minute on the penalty.
And Mercer comes up.
Capitalize.
She does it! Scores!
She crushed it like velvet!
Molly James, the sophomore, picks it and punches it in!
Wow, get out the blue suede shoes. She's crushing the velvet. Boom. What a turn this last 2 minutes has been.
Unbelievable. 14 goals on the season. Her first, none bigger than that to tie it up. A player down.
And we've got 30 seconds left on the penalty. We'll have to see if Eastside Catholic can take advantage of the player up.
Unbelievable. Tied once again here, 13-13. 8:40 left to go in the state championship game. We have had some doozies. This one living up to the hype, and that's going to have to be a redraw one more time. This is an interesting decision there by Janes. She's got, did they kill the clock? She sees an opportunity. She goes in, and the sophomore with a heady play to take advantage of the unsettled defense.
Yeah, I think she used the momentum to the right pace there. It's really kind of paid off.
Manfredo comes up with a huge DC.
Wow, picking the apple there. Here we go. Now we're seeing a little bit of that spread.
Only 1 goal for Camila Manfredo. 48 goals on the year. She's got 85% goal percentage. It gets off to Carr. Carr's been big tonight. And here comes Lucy
We're even.
Tiscornia, the senior, coming out, and now we're back even. Yep.
Coach Gillis really taking the reins there, calling her team over, getting that set, making sure that she's got the people in the right places.
Morton tries to swing it, and it goes wide as she dodged a couple, and it'll stay Mercer Island as she has to run up into the forest there to get it, almost on the train tracks.
Quite a sidewinder shot there that just didn't sting.
Kang comes up with it, and here's Mercer Island. Who's going to break the tie first? Now they're pulling it way
they're
out.
Pulling it way out.
Lost a heartbreaker, did Mercer Island. Lindsey Gillis, I tell you, it is the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. They beat Prep before, then they come back last year. They beat them in 24, then coming back last year and losing in a heartbreaker by
nice.
1. Here comes a shot. It's saved, and it pops out in the back. It's going to stay Mercer Island ball. And Seattle Prep had a chance to get in this championship game again. The Eastside Catholic took care of them on Tuesday night. Here's Manfredo. She goes left, and pretty sure that's a shooting space. Yep. So Manfredo, she's got 1 goal tonight. She is outstanding goal scorer. Let's see what she can do. Can she break the tie here with 6:25? And a big save! There's going to be a foul, and she's going to reset.
Check to the body.
Boy, that was point on point.
Huge save to come up with. Disappointing that we got an on-body check.
That was a meeting of the minds there, Emily.
Might be why that ball didn't go in. She's got a second chance. This time she's flanked on both sides by defenders.
Manfredo. Bouncer, and it's stopped by Stevens. What a play by the goalie.
She pulled the anchor out of that one.
Unreal.
Huge stop. Tie game. We're under 6 minutes here.
Unbelievable. She gets it off. Leighton Wagner, the junior.
Oh, the wheels of the
Hustle
bus are
it down,
going on that.
yes. Wagner brings it all the way to the third, the offensive third. Here comes Eastside Catholic. Faith. Back out to Sjogren. Tie ball game. 5 and change left. Who do you want the ball in their stick here to try to break the tie? Crowd getting real quiet now, Emily.
Yeah, I don't think there's a single person not standing in this stadium right now.
Molly Hamilton, she draws a whistle, and she'll head to the 8, and could this be it? Talking earlier about that great game, Northwestern Colorado, 2 overtimes, was 1 on the 8-meter by Northwestern. Big save by Wade!
We have another great save.
Pops right out to Manfredo.
Wow! This is a goalie domination here tonight. Absolutely incredible, stopping these 2 potent teams.
Morton!
And another stop.
A big save again by Stevens. There's in the spear, and it's going to send Annabelle Morton. No, yes.
What a heartbreaker for Eastside Catholic. That was a huge save. Absolutely incredible athleticism coming up with that.
So Morton now, she's been spectacular with 3 goals tonight. Fires and it's in! Mercer takes the lead with 3:58 under 4 to go.
Man, she zipped that in there like zippity-doo-dah all day long.
3:58 left to go, and she puts her 4th goal in to take the lead with 3:58 left to go.
Morton's goal makes it Mercer Island 14, Eastside Catholic 13.
Draw controls are going to be absolutely incredibly important here.
Yes.
The ball is gold at this moment. This is going to be a game that probably just runs out of time, Scott.
Right into Sjogren, a big stick check by Manfredo. Oh, Sjogren had it, and Manfredo with a beautiful trail check. And here's Annabelle Morton. It's in her stick.
Ooh, taking the cookies out of the jar, getting it back to offense.
Eastside Catholic so happy to be back in this state title game. And Lindsay Gillis knows what it's like to lose a tough one. And she wants her 4th. And Morton fights through the double, and good sportsmanship there. As she gets fouled, it's going to be Morton's ball. And she's going to set up on the 12-meter. And she's got to shake it off. Just a sophomore, Annabelle Morton. Carr with it now. Hamilton on her.
Mercer Island's up. They've got time to be their patient team that they are, to find their right shot to put that rock in the bucket.
Lost to Eastside Catholic early in the season, 11-9. Eastside Catholic, they are undefeated, untouched so far. A whistle off ball, and it's a timeout by Lindsay Gillis.
That's another great timeout here in this game. Let's get focused.
Let's get focused. Megan Arms, what do you think that huddle's all about for Lindsay Gillis?
Well, Mercer, for one, I mean, they're up a goal, so they don't need to go taking any, wild shots. They really just need to kill the clock. But I've got Eastside Catholic, their coach, Alex Foreman, she is calling out plays, and at this point you're going to see Eastside starting to lock off so they can't just kill the clock. They've got to get the ball back. But it's going to be all about patience, and if there's any shot being taken, I think, by Mercer, I don't know if we're going to see anything until the last minute. And Scott, might be where you want to talk about the shot clock in high school. But,
right.
This is where it's to the advantage in high school,
It is, and you're seeing Saffron Finello, the longtime assistant for Lindsay Gillis, came over and just had a little small chat with the student section of Mercer Island, making sure that they understand what's happening and what not to do. What do you think, Emily?
I think it was amazing. I've got chills just watching her face. I don't know what she said, but that student section responded.
Yeah, Saffron is longtime Mercer Island assistant coach there. Sorry, Megan, but yes, you're right. This is it's a great debate about the shot clock. We've seen it in the college game. It's so exciting. They have a 90-second clock there. We've seen it on the boys' side as well a little bit earlier, but I'd love to see it in the high school game, but I also understand, Emily, the sides against it. There's a lot of safety issues. There's facilities that can't do it. I mean, there's a lot of problems. I get it. But for the fans, this game is so exciting. It's so amazing. The finesse. These kids don't have pads.
No.
The skill level is so elite.
Yeah.
It's just that 90-second shot clock, I think, would be incredible addition here to the high school game. But I also understand why it's not. And that's all that I'll say. Megan, I told you that's my speech.
Well, I think that, to your point, I think that these two teams that you're looking at tonight, I think that they would grab the shot clock and master it.
Yes.
You would see them use it properly, but there are definitely some disadvantages, as you mentioned.
Well, 2:21 left. Lulu Carr getting chased. And a trail check tried by Sjogren, but they get the sphere call in the sphere. Eastside Catholic fans don't love that call, but it's a good call.
Good call. Unlucky. That was a darn good attempt at a check.
Gets it inside.
So Mercer,
Janes, who came up with a big goal.
Mercer Island going more with a stall tactic.
Kang gets it back off Kincaid. Kincaid, the senior, heading to Ithaca to play lacrosse next year. Gets it back off. Kincaid now going to take it all around. And she gets a big push there by Walters, I believe. And I'll reset it. 1:34. Megan, we're going to have you right by that clock when we get below 1 minute.
Oh, I am positioned and ready. I told them I'm coming in.
Stay tuned. We will have an interview with our player of the game and the coach after the conclusion. Kincaid now drawing a crowd. Gets it back off.
Yeah, Eastside Catholic needs to continue to be very aggressive here. You got to cut off those passes. You got to look ahead and see where that's going to go.
Annabelle Morton here, yes. She loses it. Ball is down, but they got a foul. It's going to go Mercer way.
Held cross. If I were Mercer Island doing the stall tactic, I would want to keep the ball at the 7 or the 8 meter and behind. So if you lose it, they've got a whole field to run up. You don't want to give it to him close to the restraining line and cut any of that time down.
Pellegrini, the senior, she tried to get cute there. Good play, heady by her. Why not? The whistle hadn't restarted yet. Now it draws a double. She loses it. Janes loses it. And Eastside comes up with it.
Eastside's
got 30 seconds left.
30 seconds, Hamilton. Down by 1.
30 seconds to take it the whole length of the field here.
Ball moves faster.
Can't get rid of it. Now she finally does.
Ball moves faster with passing. I hear you, Megan.
Wagner
Hurry up!
throws it in. Shoots and scores! Walters ties it up!
Coast to coast!
We have 8 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, my!
East side taking it coast to coast. They can boast the boast with this shot. Look at that stick fly.
Her 4th goal tonight, but nothing more special than a tie it up with 8 seconds left in the state title game.
Da-da-da, da-da-da. She just went all the way.
Unbelievable.
Wow. What a this is fantastic. They took it from almost below the goal line all the way through. Man, 8 seconds left in the game.
And yeah,
never say never.
Hamilton was we were like, hey, throw it. She finally gets rid of it, and then quickly, Megan Walters been doing it all season long, and she has the biggest goal of her high school career right there to tie this up with 8 seconds left. A timeout here, I think, by Eastside Catholic. Off this draw, it's possible. You said 7 seconds, Megan, to score.
I mean, ball moves faster than you, so if they get the draw and you hit the right players in the right time, they can do it. Either team can do it.
Just push through.
Overtime is available here in playoff state Washington. It's a time and it's a sudden win, if you want to call it that, or a sudden death. But we'll deal with that if we have to deal with that.
Yeah, Megan, what do you think each of these coaches is telling their teams right now?
Well, I'm watching Eastside right now, and what we heard in the beginning of the game when we were talking to the coaches, Alex was saying how, they used a lot of meditation, and they just did like a full little deep breath, get in the zone. Mercer, I think, is talking strategy. So 2 different approaches here. We'll see which one comes out.
Yeah.
Mercer Island up with 3:55 left. They took that lead in the 4th. It has been up and down, tied, untied, 1-point lead, 1-goal game. 12-12 tied at 10:46 left. Now we're at 14-14, 8 seconds left. No bigger draw than this. Kang and Walters at the center dot. Ball's up. It's going to scoop up. Hamilton has it. We don't know at the time. And that's the time. Justine Kim just has to drop it, and we are heading to overtime. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with overtime state championship lacrosse right here on STSPN. Back here at Starfire Sports Complex for the 2026, and this has been one to remember. Scott Oshman, Emily Durbin, Megan Arms down on the field. Emily, we've been doing this, like we said, over a decade. This is one to remember.
This is going to be one that stands out in my mind for sure, Scott. Just the give and take, the back and forth. Mercer went down at first. They busted through coming out at half. Eastside Catholic didn't let them get away. They changed the momentum and have kept it real tight the whole time. I think this is just going to be whoever lucks out with getting in the right position at the right time for that draw and then doing what you can do with it.
The draw would seem like, Megan, if you win the draw, you're winning this state title.
If you win this draw, stay composed, you don't try to recreate the wheel, you win this state title.
Yep.
And Reagan Walters, the senior midi, they kind of kept her cool there for the first quarter, second quarter. She has come alive, and she's electric. She is electric when she gets anywhere near the 8.
Yeah, they poked the bear just a little bit, and the bear came to play.
And on the other side, Carr with 7 goals in this championship game. Annabelle Morton with 4 goals. Manfreda with 1. Janes had that big one, and then Kincaid the last one. All so important. Here we go. Overtime state championship. Nothing like it. On a rainy May night.
You can see both of the girls in the draw circle trying to keep it loose, chatting with each other.
So many of them know. And I guess it's 3 minutes. I was told 5 minutes. They have 3 minutes on the board. We'll change that for you. 3-minute overtime. First team that wins state. Lulu Carr! None bigger draw control for Carr. Now let's see what they do. See on the far side, Lindsay Gillis in her 10th year. Trying to get her 4th state championship.
Eastside Catholic here defending for the 4th state championship.
Kincaid out. Taking her time. Back out to Lulu. All the experience.
Yeah, I like what Mercer's doing right here. You've got a short window to do this overtime in. You just need one good look at the goal to get that ball in.
Kincaid now. They don't want to give Eastside Catholic the ball. Here's Kincaid back. Now they get it down. Quickly out to Carr. Carr in the top of the 8.
Great defensive stop right there.
Pellegrini with great defense. Carr gets loose. She puts it in and stopped by Stevens. Her 14th save of the night. Here comes Eastside Catholic with 1:42 left. Down the side, Sjogren. Oh, my.
What an incredible defensive hold up there.
Unbelievable. Walters. They had the right person, Carr, coming in. And what a stop by Stevens. Here is Molly Hamilton. Just about under 1 minute. Here's Walters. She wins the state title. Eastside Catholic wins it. Reagan Walters. Her 5th and final. 15-14. Eastside Catholic 4-0 in state championship games.
What a rip and grip on that handle. Absolutely incredible. She had the momentum. She took it in. She didn't hesitate and just sent it sailing into the sunset there.
I don't even have words. What a game. We talked about in the break before. This is that game you hate. You hate for somebody to lose. You hate for somebody. What a game.
Look at
Both teams look at it one more time. Drives it in and just puts it to the back of the net.
Love it. I love it. The ferocity. The stop by the goalkeeper. Eastside Catholic. Holy cow. cow.
14 saves for Natalie Stevens. You guys, is that our player of the game
It's
for
just-
Eastside Catholic, or you want to go Reagan Walters?
Yeah,
Megan?
both are fantastic.
Oh God, I don't know. I mean, think about the save
Just-
that then
just
turned into it.
How about this? Go get them both. See if we can just chat
Yeah.
with both of
Okay.
them.
Yeah, good. I like
See
that.
if you can find both of them, and we'll talk to Reagan Walters and Natalie Stevens. 14 saves in a state championship game, or a 15-14 game. Unheard of. Unbelievable.
What a party down there for Eastside Catholic.
And for Mercer
Yeah, I'm
Island,
trying to find them.
what an incredible, as you see the victory there is Steve, and she wants to go. She's trying to get, there's Megan trying to get her to talk to her. There's the coach in Megan arms right there. She's coaching these
I'm
girls.
so short.
But you just feel Mercer Island.
Heartbreaker. They had the opportunity. Cards just didn't land the right way.
You
on
had
that.
in the right person. Again, they have
Yep.
so many great athletes, so many great scorers. Mercer Island, you couldn't. Here's the winning goal one
Look at
more
that.
time. That one will go down in history. And Alex Foreman, Colette Foreman, Aaron Hamilton, they are 4-0 in state title games, and they win the fourth for the Eastside Catholic Crusaders. As you see, Stevens wants to go out with her friends.
I've got Reagan.
Okay,
and now
Reagan.
I lost Natalie.
There you go. Just talk to
Okay,
Reagan.
they're gonna
That's
go
fine.
they're gonna do their handshakes, then we'll snag them.
Okay. Again, I can't say it enough. It's a game. This community is so tight here. Lacrosse is so tight in the state of Washington. It's come so far in so many ways. And these kids play a lot together off season and select and this and that. You just hate to see somebody go home not winning in a game like this.
Absolutely heartbreaker on one side and then just the heartmaker on the other side.
It is truly the thrill of victory and the agony of
Agony
defeat.
defeat,
Right,
yep.
right there. You see the phenom junior Natalie Stevens, goalie, 14 saves, none bigger than that last one at one of the best goal scorers in the state, Lulu Carr. As Megan's trying to get Natalie.
We're gonna wait a second. They're getting the trophy. I keep getting overshadowed. This is a big moment.
It is.
Look at
They
that.
hold it up, and Alex Foreman, she played at USC. She came back. She scored 9 goals in their first title in 2010. Then they came back 2016, back-to-back 2017. She was an assistant as Colette took over the head coaching job, and she's had it. And I tell you, talking to them, they lost. The last couple years, they've come to the semifinals and just couldn't get here to the state final in time. And this one was one for the ages.
Yeah, you keep knocking on that door, and heaven's going to open up here.
It's what an incredible lacrosse game, high school lacrosse. There's Tony Duck, president of the Washington Schoolgirls Lacrosse Association. Big thanks to WSLA for bringing us out one more time and having STSPN here for the state titles. You see the Crusaders there with the big, and that is Reagan Walters holding that trophy. She'll never forget that goal.
No, she will not. I don't know if I'll forget that goal, Scott.
How about the one to tie it up with 8 seconds left?
Oh, my goodness, the coast to coast.
What a highlight reel here for Eastside Catholic. Unbelievable. And a big shout out. Our officials were fantastic tonight. Maggie O'Sullivan, Joe Budnick, Claylee Fielding, Caitlin Thompson, everybody there. What
I
a
got
year.
'em.
Okay, let's go down to Megan.
Okay. All right. So
There they
our
are.
2 players of the game. All right. We gotta talk here. What are you guys feeling right now?
I'm like a little excited. Like it was an
Just like a little bit.
Like we like won. It was like
Okay, let's talk about Natalie. You had box. Give me the count of how many saves.
14 saves.
14 saves tonight. 14 saves tonight, and the game-winning goal. All right, what was going through your head?
Oh, Don't miss. Don't miss. Oh my goodness. It's like 3 minutes that first part, and I don't even know what happened. It was such a blur. I don't remember who passed it to me.
And you scored.
Yeah.
It just went in.
Well, and let's not forget that it came from a huge save coming out of Stevens.
The best goalie in the save. Best goalie in the save.
I don't remember anything that goes on in the game. I don't know who shot it. I don't know where it went. I just cleared it, and it somehow went down the field.
All she knows
and we
is that
won.
she stops it. That's
Yeah.
all she knows.
I don't breathe when I make saves. I don't think, like, bro.
Okay, well, you guys did an amazing job tonight. Congratulations on your win. It is well deserved. Go enjoy the celebrations with your team and your school.
Thank you so much.
Hey, well, see if you can get Alex Foreman real quick. We get Alex, and then we'll wrap it up here. Megan, great job there. I love the goalie, right? She just blacks out. She doesn't know what's going on, Emily.
She's just in her zone. She's doing what she's doing, focused on the net.
Here we go down. Alex Foreman.
Okay, I've got Alex, popular girl right now. So let's move this on. What are you feeling right now? That was an absolutely insane game.
It was. I'm just honored that we got to play Mercer for this game. They're such a worthy opponent, so much respect for their team. This was the best way to end the season.
What were you telling the team in that huddle right before overtime?
We did an Our Father, and we just took 3 huge deep breaths, and we said, no regrets, just go have fun and play.
I have to say that I watched you on the sideline the whole game, and you had this like calm peacefulness to like, even in times when you guys were down, you had this like very calm smile. I like think that translated across the field, and your team just overperformed. I mean, it was incredible.
Oh, yeah. I'm in charge of the energy, and we had it. This whole game, we were ready. We didn't do anything different. It's just the same lacrosse that we've been playing since day one. I totally trust our captains, our leaders on the field, Reagan, Molly Page. They had it handled.
And your goalie had 14 saves tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's insane.
Right? Yeah. She is a brick.
Well, congratulations. Go enjoy the celebrations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Megan, great job. Unbelievable. Alex Foreman, she brings home the 4th state championship in Eastside Catholic history. And Colette Foreman and everybody there at Eastside Catholic, congratulations on a tremendous. It's just a little eerie. She was 16-0 when they won their one in 2016, and they go 16-0 here in 2026, Emily.
Well, they certainly know how to do it upright, Scott. That's just incredible to see 2 of those seasons from one school. Fantastic.
Unbelievable job. Todd Elvig, our executive producer, 5-tool player, running the dials. Josh on camera. Emily Durbin, it's always a treat to see you. Thank you so much.
Scott, you're the man, the myth, the legend.
And Megan Arms, not bad for a rookie here on our sideline reporter. Great job by Megan. I'm Scott Oshman saying so long. Your 2026 girls high school lacrosse state champions, Eastside Catholic over Mercer Island, 15-14 in overtime. Have a great night.